Hi, my name's Jeannie, and I wanted to record a brief little video on kind of what I've been going through since my son passed back in June 23rd, 2015. He was 30 years old. He died of an accidental overdose. I could say I was surprised when I got that phone call. I was shocked. Kind of was surprised, wasn't surprised. When you have a child with an addiction, that's always kind of on your mind. It's the thing that you hope doesn't happen, but could happen. So I was surprised, but also, I don't know. It's kind of a hard thing to describe. My younger son Joe, I have two boys. My younger son Joe called me at work and told me, very simply, "Mom, Ryan's dead." He met me at my house, and things got kind of foggy after that. We drove. I live in Tennessee, so Ryan lived in Miami. And we grew up in South Florida. So I moved to Tennessee when the boys were in high school. And love it here. And love my Tennessee home now. But we moved back to really to give them more of a different kind of lifestyle, more kind of natural lifestyle. I thought I was doing the right thing. And it worked out really well, all in all. But that's another story for another day. So we kind of packed up and drove down to South Florida, and held a viewing down there for him. I think there's nothing really that compares to probably walking into a room and seeing your child in a casket. I think that moment is. I don't even have words, really. It's surreal, is what it is. It is surreal. I still really have trouble believing he's really gone. Because, he was a good guy. He really was. I know probably a lot of parents say that. He was a really good guy. But he really was. He didn't have any enemies. He loved people. He was a real people person. If he was in the house or in a room, you knew he was there. Very outgoing. Where his brother is very quiet, Ryan was very outgoing. They were very kind of yin and yang, Mutt and Jeff, very opposites. They were very close. So it's been hard on Joe, too. And I think what I've struggled with as, surviving an overdose death is not only losing your child, but losing your child to something that I felt was so preventable, and I just felt really so helpless once he started on that path. I've never had an addiction, so although I'm a nurse by training, and I have a little bit of a cold, so excuse me. I can't really identify with the addiction thing, and so I saw him struggle so hard with it over the years. It's literally living on a roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down. And when he was using, he was not a lot of fun to be around. But when he was using, he didn't come around me. He really kept himself very much away from me when he was in that state, I would say. And he really self-medicated when he was anxious or didn't feel things were going well. That's when he was real susceptible to using. He didn't use to party. He wasn't kind of like, I want to get high and party. It wasn't that kind of thing with him. It was more to cope with feelings of anxiety and not sleeping and not feeling good and being out of work. That kind of thing. Being out of work really bothered him. He had trouble with that. So it was a constant battle of just trying to make life work you know. So when I didn't hear from him for a while, and a while to me would be a week, because he kept in touch with me pretty tight. Ryan was always on the phone every day, pretty much. Hey Mom, what are you doing? Kind of thing. Just silly calls. Didn't really mean a lot. He would call me from Walmart and say, I'm in the food section. What should I eat for dinner? And I'd be like, I don't know. You know, which is fun kind of phone calls that I didn't make a whole lot of sense, but just chit chat. I really miss those. I miss those phone calls a lot. But so when I didn't hear from him, that's when I knew things were not good. And I would always ask his brother, have you heard from Ryan, Joe? Have you heard, anybody heard anything? And that's when we would start to worry, and we'd start to kind of go looking for him through friends and through Facebook and things like that. And so it's that constant searching and hoping and that kind of thing. So you kind of live with that for a while. So when I got the phone call, it was, kind of, didn't expect it. You never expect it. But then again, it wasn't unexpected. You know, there are no old addicts, is what I've learned. So I think what's hard is that you join a club that, as a mom, you feel like a failure. I don't know how else to say it. I felt like I failed him. Sorry. Yeah, we're supposed to protect them. And sorry, that's what's hard for me is I couldn't keep him safe from that. That monster was just too big for me to slay. And so the guilt is hard. The guilt of, I should have done this, I could have done this, should have, could have, would have, those are the kind of the head games that play with myself every day, really. I know he forgives me. I can kind of hear him in my head saying, it's not your fault, Mom, you tried, I know God forgives me. Kind of working on me forgiving me. So that's where I'm at. So anyway, it's an everyday thing, little by little. So I guess, what I kind of struggle with that. I kind of struggle with when people ask, well, how did your son die? I've gotten better at just being honest about it. I think it's hard because people are so judgmental about the whole drug thing. They kind of look at you like you raised a junkie, or you were a bad parent. And my boys are, they weren't raised in a perfect house, but they had birthdays at Disney World and dirt bikes to ride on, and they had a swimming pool to swim in, and they really had, they had things, and they had parents that loved them. Both their dad and I were always real involved in their raising and their care and their, it wasn't that kind of an environment. It wasn't a neglectful environment. I think, if anything, I loved him to death. I probably loved him too much. I probably did that. So you deal with that too. Anyway, just wondered if what other people are thinking about that. It feels better to talk about it, I think. So this is a little bit therapeutic for me. I don't know if it is for you, but it is for me. So, let the journey begin, because you have to heal and you have to move on. You can't stay stuck. And I think the missing, I heard someone say the missing will still be missing. The missing them never goes away. But we have to be here for those that are still here. And they deserve what's left of us, so to speak. So, my message is love each other and hug each other and forgive each other every day. Okay? Thank you so much. Speak again soon.